only deal with your people, man. You separate from your oppressors, these arrogant bastards, man. But that's only a new commandment because through our captivity in this country, man, we have learned.
Hey man, what you saying across the street, man? We can't hear you all the way over there. We can't hear you over there. What are you saying? We don't know. Oh, you gonna run away now? You gonna run away just like y'all did at the Alamo? Just like.
Celebrate with our oppressor and celebrate their independence. How can we do that, man? How can we, on one hand, how can we celebrate Juneteenth and then look forward to celebrating Thanksgiving? How can we all say that we are part of what Blackfoot and Cherokee? We got some Native American in us, and then when Thanksgiving roll around, we celebrate the holiday that's commemorated to the unaliving and the theft from so-called Native Americans, man. How can we do these things, man? How can we claim to love one another? Let's get John chapter 13 real quick. How can we claim to love one another and celebrate the downfall of our people, man? How can we do these things, man? It's because under our oppressor, we have learned to hate one another, man, and love our oppressor, man. This is why we got to come back to these scriptures, man, because this Bible teaches us that we are one people, man, and we are not to deal with any other nation, man. And there's a very good reason for that, man. There's a very good reason for that, because if we try to love everybody like your Christian pastor try to convince you of, or we try to love everybody, we try to say God loves everybody, we try to integrate everybody into our culture, then we are going to put ourselves on the back burner, man. Go ahead and read verse 34 when you got it. Man, what you gotta understand is that you can't love your oppressor and at the same time love blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who were oppressed by them, man. You gotta understand, like the priest before me just brought out, a double-minded man is unstable in his ways.
That's
man.
right.
And if you try to love everybody, if you try to love the oppressed and the oppressor, then you're gonna jam yourself up, man. You're gonna be confused, man. You're gonna find yourself in a condition that we find ourselves in today, black man, Hispanic man, and Native American man, where we claim to love one another, where we claim Black Power and Juneteenth and Black is beautiful and all of that, and then we turn around and show hatred to our people by celebrating the freedom and the independence of our oppressor, man. Go ahead and read what you got.
This is the book of John, chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you.
A what kind of commandment?
A new commandment I give unto you.
See, Christ is about to tell you something, man. He's about to give you a new commandment. Let's find out what this new commandment is, man. Go ahead and read on.
That ye love one another as I have loved you.
What's that new commandment?
To love one another as I have loved you.
This new commandment that Christ gave to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, was that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans love one another, man, as Christ has loved us, man. Now think about that. Is that a new commandment? Because that's in the law. How we're supposed to love one another, man. How you love your brother, man. How you if you have an issue with your brother, you go to your brother, man, and tell him your offense. And if he has heard you, you gain your brother, man. That you only deal with your people, man. You separate from your oppressors, these arrogant bastards, man. But that's only a new commandment because through our captivity in this country, man, we have learned.
Hey man, what you saying across the street, man? We can't hear you all the way over there. We can't hear you over there. What are you saying? We don't know. Oh, you gonna run away now? You gonna run away just like y'all did at the Alamo? Just like Davy Crockett? You gonna run away from the battle? Come on, man. This is why the Lord has to come back and bring judgment to the Edomites, man. He has to come back and bring judgment because here we are, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, trying to show love to one another, trying to undo the crimes and the trauma that's been caused upon us, and we got to be interrupted in our peaceful protests. We're not out here hurting nobody. We're not out here slinging no. We see guns out here. You see any guns or drugs over here? So why we have to be interrupted in our peaceful protest when we had to sit and watch your bombs burst in the air yesterday for your goddamn independence, man? While blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians suffered, man, just like we do today. Don't come over here and yell out something against us, because at the end of the day, you're coming up against the prophets of the Lord, man. And you better know something about when you come up against those prophets and what the Lord would do to you, man.
Slaughter, complete the order when it's given. These crackers crumble, we humbled their activity. For it is written that they shall go into captivity. These devils must pay for their war crimes. Sell your garments and go and get a sword when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Girt your loins when it's wartime. Out of one con when it's wartime. Lace your boots when it's wartime. Go and get a sword when it's wartime. Girt your loins when it's wartime. Out of one con when it's wartime.
Your music can be stopped by a gun. They'll call a gun to come and kill you over your music. That's the world that you living in, man.
Con out of one con when it's wartime. Can't be lukewarm, gotta make up your mind. If you ain't heard nothing, you better hear this rhyme. When it go down, you gon' have to be with your kind. Ain't no laughing, ain't no joking on the battlefield. If you don't follow the order, you could get us all killed. Ain't no thing to grab the block and burst and squeeze mine.